Hey folks, my name is Tatiana. Welcome to my YouTube channel, The Ethereal Entertainer. Today I will be pulling tarot cards for each zodiac sign to see what is in store for all of us for the month of October. I will pull a card for the sun, moon, and rising placements for each sign, so you will be able to sift through my videos to get your personal 3-card spread for October. Very cool stuff. So one reading for you will not be the same as the reading for your friend who happens to be in Aquarius. If you have different sun, moon, and rising placements, y'all will have different readings. So this is going to be a unique experience for you, your friends, share it, all that good stuff. These bracelets I'm wearing are made by yours truly. These are 2 Evil Eye bracelets that are now available on my Etsy shop. They're absolutely gorgeous, so check them out. I do have other colors and other varieties. I also offer big 3 bracelets, customizable, of course. So check that out and let me know what you think. Also, I do have chakra stones laid out to keep everything nice and balanced and ensure that I am pulling cards for everyone's highest good that chooses to watch my videos. So let's talk tarot. Okay, so we're going to start with the sun placement for Gemini. This is the Knight of Wands. So this card is similar to the Page of Wands in that this is an energy that has to do with inspired thinking, inspired movement. Okay, this card is about movement rather than just inspired action like the Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands is on the horse charging at whatever it is he wants, he or she or they want. So this card is about being courageous enough to go and put your feet in and jumping into the waters, of whatever it is, endeavors that have caught your attention at this time. But do beware that this can also be indicative of an energy where you're acting without thinking. So just make sure that you have thought this through, that you have taken the time to really decide that this is a passion that you want to pursue, that this is something that you want to do. You are, very passionate about it. You are very dedicated. Because, some of us, myself included, we take on things because we've kind of got this scatterbrain going on where it's like, oh, I have this passion, I have this interest, I have these talents, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's so many options, and then you kind of find yourself putting your hand in 2 different cookie jars at the same time. Yes, that's me. And I know there are other people out there who are like me too. So Knight of Wands is, make sure that you've thought it through, that this is something that you can take on at this time, that you have the time for, you have the ability and resources for, and go for it. Definitely go for it. I'm not saying that to deter you in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that with that Knight of Wands energy, that drive to do things and to put some action in, make sure you've thought it through and that you have your ducks in a row and you'll be good. So moving on to the 2 of Swords in the moon placement for you, Gemini. This is in a reverse position. So the 2s in the tarot decks typically have to do with making decisions and deciding. And the 2 of Swords in reverse is showing that there's stagnation in a decision. And this has to do with maybe a decision being made or a conversation that's being had. Like maybe there is a spat between friends or family, and you might be playing the mediator. You may be playing the neutral ground right now. But the thing is that sometimes that's not very helpful. The 2 of Swords in reverse is saying that, okay, it's time to either walk away from the situation completely or pick a side, because you're not actually helping the circumstances by being neutral, it's just adding to the indecisiveness. It's adding to the stalemate that is happening right now. And maybe it's not that you're a mediator, but you're maybe on one side or the other. And maybe it's time for you to consider that maybe you need to walk away from the situation too. And you're putting the person who is mediating, or putting the person on the other side, in a difficult position as well. And this is a card to remind you to, hey, take a step back and really think about if this, whether it be a topic or a belief, whatever it is this something that you are you really ready to die on this hill? Is it worth killing this relationship? Is it worth not talking to this person? Is it worth whatever falling out is going to come from it, or the continued, what's the word? Not stale, but just when things are tense. That's the word I'm looking for. Is it worth all of that? Pick and choose your battles, because if the relationship is worth much more than the side that you're on, or just being neutral or being indecisive, then time to make a decision. And it's time to really, get yourself out of this situation, out of this energy, and flip it. You want this card right side up real soon, because that's going to be to your benefit, to the benefit of everyone involved, and it will dead the situation a lot faster if you do. So that is my reading for that card. Now, moving on to the ascending placement for you, Gemini, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is indicative that there is some mismatch happening, or mixed match happening going on, depending on how you say that, versus the upright position, which is things are lining up, things are looking good. You've been working on something and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. You're not quite there yet. You're not at the end or the finish line, but you are coming along in the process and things are looking good. When it's in the reverse position, it's saying that you're not quite seeing the fruits of the labor you've been putting in. And it's time to consider maybe changing up your approach, changing up your methodology that you're using to get what you want. Maybe you have started a business, or you have recently got a promotion, and the things that you're doing to, get the results that you're wanting are maybe not very sustainable. Maybe you got this new promotion and you do your job very well, but maybe there's some things that you could do to streamline your process to make it more efficient, so that you're not, working such long hours or something like that. I'm just coming up with circumstances that this could apply to. This could apply to something totally different from what I'm saying, but if the card resonates, that's really, really what I'm, that's what it's about here. So this is a card that is saying that you're not seeing the fruits of your labor, and it is time to really take a look at how you're going about things and see if you can change it up. Or maybe you might be putting your chips on the wrong table. Maybe there's something else that you're not seeing. Maybe you have a talent or something, or an idea that you might have put on the shelf in your mind, and that might get you the results that you're hoping for, and you may have just taken a different route, So this is a card of reflection, of being willing to change it up and be dynamic, be flexible, because the thing is that things don't always work out the way we want them to. And sitting and being in our disappointment, we can only do that for so long, right? And then we've got to get up and say, hey, I got to try something else. And this is the card of, this ain't working, it's time to try something else. We all go through it. I know it can be a little disappointing, but the longer you sit in that disappointment and don't make a move, the longer you prolong your ability to get the results that you want. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, and hopefully that motivates you to go after what you want and be a little bit more tenacious and dynamic in your approach, so that you can get the results that you deserve. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can tune into these monthly. Also, again, if you're interested in any of my metaphysical jewelry, I will leave my Etsy shop link in the comments or the description, not the comments. I'll leave them in the comments too. But either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening and that October is really good to you. Thank you. Bye.